Hi, my friend. You are so incredibly strong. I just want you to know that. You are so fucking strong that I can feel you. You have manifested this message. And I also want you to know that I can feel that while you feel strong and empowered and like you are finally starting to see the light shine through the dark clouds that have been washing over not just you, but the whole world we are living in right now. You are seeing the light, but through the light, it is also shining a light on places or parts of you that you maybe didn't know were there. And through this growth and journey that you have taken yourself on, you have realized that maybe there was more work to be done, that the hill is actually a mountain and it's going to take you a lot longer to get to the top. Might take you your whole life. I don't know. That's, I think, the crazy thing about this life we're on is that it's always a journey. And for every step we take, it's like a little bit more of the path is opened, and sometimes part of that path are incredibly beautiful and you never would get to them if you didn't take those steps each day. But then sometimes part of that path is also really dark and scary, and if you hadn't taken those steps you wouldn't be there. But you know that if you just keep going a little further, you will hit a new paradise again. And part of this message is coming because I've been feeling this energy myself, and it's also a super gloomy and cloudy day outside, and there have been small little periods that the sun has beamed its little light through, and well, it was fleeting. It was a reminder that while the clouds were there, the sun was still right there shining behind it. So if I don't get to see it today, I will hopefully get to see it tomorrow. But if not, I'll know I'll get to see it again. So what I'm being guided to tell you is that you are on the right path, even if it feels right now like you're taking steps backwards, or it doesn't feel good, it doesn't feel comfortable, it can suck sometimes. Know that it's part of the journey. It's not always a straight shot to get to things. If it was easy to completely manifest a new positive life, everyone would be doing it. Everyone would be like eating granola bars and hugging trees 24/7, because I think ultimately, while there are some crazy people in the world, all we want to do is be happy. So if there was a secret like fix for all, we would all be doing it, or the vast majority of us would. But there is no it's our own individual journey. It's our own path. No two people can do the same thing and expect the same results. The things that have healed me on my journey might not mean anything to you because you didn't go through the trials and tribulations that I did, and vice versa. Your biggest ache, that one pain that you carry inside of you, and maybe there are multiple ones, maybe what will be your own medicine and what will help you through it would be something that I could never think of. But that is the beautiful thing about this universal message that I'm being called to share, is that the path you're on is your path, and there might be more bad days than good days compared to someone else that's on their own path, but that doesn't mean that you're any worse. It doesn't mean that they're any better or that they're further along. Everyone's journey is unique. So, like I said, if you have been going up that hill and you feel like it's just getting steeper, know that your guides and your angels and the universe is with you, and they acknowledge that it's been hard, but they want you to keep going, and they believe in you, and you have so many beautiful things ahead of you if you just take one day at a time and start connecting with yourself more and sitting with yourself and figuring out what would truly make you happy, who you really are, like who you are at your core. Reevaluate your life and what you're putting your energy to. And if you've been in an extra dark place, that maybe it's a sign from the universe that you're maybe not where you're meant to be, but maybe it's also a sign from the universe that you're doing the best you can right now. And that will be for you to ultimately decide, but have compassion for yourself. And if you're not where you want to be and you know that, then know that this is just your angels letting you know that they see you and they hear you and they are going to help you on this path to get to where you do deserve to be. So, just gonna see if there's any cards for any advice or any wisdom or knowledge that your angels have for you. I smudged before we started and I prayed as well, but I also would just like to remind the angels and our guides that we are open to whatever message they have to share with us, that we are open to any messages that would be in the benefit of our highest selves, and we are only open to messages of love and light, and so it is. So, like I said, connect with yourself, have compassion, know that the journey you're on is not always going to be an easy one. It's going to be an uphill battle is what I'm trying to say, because it is for me too. I have some days, we're going to check one more time, and if nothing comes out, it's just this one. I have my days where I have a lot of self-doubt, and I just learned that when that self-doubt starts to creep in and I start to ask myself, am I on the right path? I can tell myself, yeah, I am. You're doing great. You are exactly where you're meant to be, and not every day is going to be sunshine and rainbows, but you are amazing. You're kicking ass. Go do something that you like to do. Ground yourself in nature. That has helped me a lot, and I think it will probably help you a lot too. So real quick, hold on. You're gonna be able to see, I need to work on this. But the first card that fell out was the Page of Cups. And the cups are all about love, connecting with yourself, family, unity, community, coming together. And the Page of Cups is just the guy that's starting off on this journey, and that might be you right now. It sometimes feels like it's me. It's all about just rediscovering yourself and seeing where that takes you, whether it's connecting with yourself more, with other people, with things that you're passionate about and that you love. But it's an exciting journey. And the next card we have is Judgment. And Judgment is all about, like, literally, see, I want to show you this angel that is calling down on these people from the heavens. And I think you're maybe experiencing a spiritual awakening, or you've always been a spiritual person, but you are really feeling it right now. Or maybe you've never been and you're feeling like for the first time ever, there has to be something else. And I think you've been having either strange things happen to you or small little like synchronicities that you're like, how is this possible? Maybe you've had a random girl on YouTube come across the screen and tell you exactly what you needed to hear. But it's those little things that the angels are telling me to tell you to pay attention to them and lean into them and believe in magic, because while we live in a very, very, very scientific and mathematical and physical 3D world, there is also a very real spiritual realm that I think we as humans are just starting to explore. So next we have the Eight of Swords, and this poor person has been just, see, they're tied up, swords all around them. They have had to go through hell and back. They have been a victim to not only other people, but maybe to themselves as well. They felt like they had no choices that they could make for themselves. They were quite literally like blindfolded and handcuffed with swords all around them. And I think for a while that's where you were, or maybe you're there now, and all of these things are kind of waking you out of that. And you have the Lovers in reverse, and Lovers and the Lovers in reverse. Okay, with the Lovers in reverse, I think you had a great heartbreak happen, whether it was romantic or maybe you lost a family member or a friend, someone that meant a lot to you. And maybe if it was none of those things, maybe it was a loss of yourself. I think somewhere along the line, something broke, whether it was an external relationship or an internal one, and it maybe caused all of this awakening. I think sometimes something really painful and traumatic has to happen for us to kind of wake up and realize that, okay, something has got to change. And I mean, some dark night of the soul kind of shit. And I can relate to that. That happened to me this summer. I've experienced a lot of loss in my life. Just a little about me. My dad died when I was younger. And then over the summer, I had 2 of my cats died within like a month and a half of each other. Unexpectedly, super tragic. One of them I witnessed happen in front of me, and it was the worst thing ever. And it really took me to a dark place. Like, I had been kind of like doing some work on myself, but then that happened, and I just felt like a punishment from the universe, from God. It just felt awful. And I had a moment where some of the choices I was making at the time, I was like, yeah, this is not self-sufficient. I'm like literally going to die if I continue to just wallow in this misery. And it took a lot of work, but I got myself out of it through connecting with that pain and connecting with a higher source, and knowing that sometimes awful things happen, but it doesn't mean that it was something that was meant to be a punishment. It doesn't work that way. Universe does not work that way. And it doesn't mean that I don't miss my cats or my dad terribly, or my other family members that I've lost, or that I don't cry about them sometimes, or that I don't still have moments where I'm like, why did that have to happen? Because I miss them. But what I'm trying to say is that I think something really changed for you, and it was either a loss of someone or a loss of yourself. And you had to, we have the 8 of Cups here, and it's this guy having to walk away from all this love. And you either, like I said, had to walk away from a person that really meant a lot to you, or maybe they died or something happened, that trust was broken. And like I said, it could be yourself. And I think you had to walk away from them, walk away from a lot of things that you thought you loved, and a lot of things that you symbolized as your whole future, your whole life, your whole legacy. But it gets better. We have the Page of Pentacles, and the Pentacles are all about abundance, finance, material things. So I think that, and like I said, pages are just starting off on their journey. So you have the Page of Cups at the very beginning and the Page of Pentacles. So I think what started all of this was, or what will start all of this, is you connecting with yourself again and your emotions, and figuring out what your cause is. What is it that makes you passionate? What is it that makes you happy? And through this journey, through everything that's happened, you will get to a place where you will have all of this abundance come to you that you never thought possible, whether it's material or love, spiritual, all of it. And it will still be a journey. Like, you're not the Queen of Pentacles and you're not the King of Pentacles just yet. Not saying you're not gonna get there, but it's what I'm trying to say. It's that it's always going to be a journey. We will always have something to strive for. And that doesn't mean that it's not worth going on the journey, because you're going to experience amazing things, but you might also experience some bad things. And it's all about yin and yang. It's all about harmony. And then the very last card is the 9 of Cups. And it's this fun gentleman or gentlewoman, whatever, sitting in a room with all of this, with all of this love behind them, all of these things that they could choose from, all of these things that they could want. They're going to be there at your disposal. You can choose one, you can choose them all, but just know that going on this journey is not always a comfortable one, but it is so worth it. Your angels are guiding you on. They are with you. I am with you. We're all on this journey together. And yeah, at the bottom of the deck, you have the Hermit. So it's gonna take going into some dark places. It's so funny. This card literally always like shows up in my readings. We got some work to do. We got some dark places to go into, but know that once you shine a light in them, you will know what they are like. They will not be so scary. You will know what's in them, and you will know more about yourself. So I love you. If this resonated with you, I love hearing from you. If you have anything that you want to talk about or suggest or that's on your mind, I'm always here. I think we all need someone. It's a interesting time right now. So yeah, the universe is with you. I am with you. If this was meaningful to you, I really do love hearing from you guys. I think this is a beautiful journey that we're all on together, and I'm so happy to be a part of it with you.